Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. It is time for the Restless Isles quest. Bring me the head of Golafon and Shriekers of the... Slavers of the Shrieking Mine. I'm going to say them all wrong. Bring me the head of Golafon and Slavers of the Shrieking. Oh, Shrieking Mine, not Streaking Mine. That's a different quest. That's like a football game. Put your pants back on and get mining the quest. Now, you notice that I currently don't have the quest. They're not yellow. And the reason for that is to get the quest giver, you have to run through this crazy explorer zone, right? And I hate that. I hate that a lot. So instead, what I've done is I pulled up my alt account, my son's account, over here, and I logged on my good buddy, Bumblebot, who you may see a couple more times. And Bumblebot over here is going to just share the quest, bring me the head of Golafon, and share the quest, Slavers of the Shrieking Mines. And what that does, boop, boop, is going to kind of, and now he can just log off and go away. He did his job. He was the best at it. Now he's done. Boop. So, what does that do? Well, one, I now have the quest in my quest log, which is pretty handy. So that means that I don't have to run through the explorer zone to get to the quest giver to give me the quest. But also, that means when I go into this explorer zone, I can run to these different guides. You're going to see these guide NPCs here in a second. The first one is a wild man guide, and we're going to talk to him. And he, now that we have the quest, before if we didn't have the quest he wouldn't talk to us, but now that we have the quest, he will lead the way and teleport us right to where we need to go. So here's the quest giver to get the quest, but since it was shared to us, we don't have to re-get the quest. But also, he's guided us to the place, so it's great. So we basically, what I mean, now that they're shared with us, we just have to turn around, walk back into the explorer zone, right? La-di-da-di-da, like we don't even care. There'll be a few things, like minor encounters along the way that we can run past, or we can go ahead and shoot. I guess I'm going to show you the whole way, just so you guys know for the future. And what I mean by that is that if you don't have the ability to open locks, you need this key. From this room right here. If you do have the ability to open locks, then it's not a big deal. You don't need to go in this room at all. But if you don't have the ability to open locks, or say like you're first in here, open up, get this rune tusk pass key, and now when you open or encounter a locked door, you can just use the key and walk through. So we're walking. We're going to turn right. And we're going to find this locked door, this locked crate. So we use our key, unlock the door. That lets us open things up. We're going to turn right again. And we're going to start seeing all these little wild man diggers. And this is like our sign to say, hey, you went the right way. Like, you're definitely there. And this right here, this little elevator, is the quest. See how much easier it makes for you to get that shared? I cannot tell you the difference it makes. Instead of having to go through the Explorer Zone. I went through the Explorer Zone with Beef, one of the lives on the hardcore server, to initially pick up the quests. It took forever. It was like 45 minutes to just get the quest picked up. Granted, neither one of us had done it in like 5 years or longer. so we didn't really remember where we're going, but it takes so long.
Ringing tone as you draw near, as if reacting to the sound.
So if you have the opportunity to do so, just ask around, ask your guildies, see if anybody has the quest and is willing to just share it with you. It makes life so much easier. Night and day easier. Alright, so let's talk about this quest specifically here. So, we have a couple of objectives here. Save some of the miners, slay the mines overlords, slay the ogre magi to free their slaves. Now, there's another unwritten rule in here of don't kill too many of the white shirt guys. Those are the miners. So if you see guys in white, their lives are precious because they're white shirts. And apparently white shirts mean something important. Okay. Does also open this door? Dumb. Okay. Don't do that. So white shirt means save. And see where it says save some of the miners? Save 7. Now, blue shirts, bad. That means they betrayed their clan and got armor upgrades from the bad guys. Right? This chest is another iron key, so we don't have to worry about it. We already opened that door. But normally this is where I get my iron key from. Just for the record. And then there's also an optional kill 39 turncoats, which means get all the guys in blue. Usually don't worry too much about either of these, getting the turncoats optionals. And as you go through the quest, you end up saving these miners, so it doesn't matter that much. But and if you kill a miner, kill too many miners, you'll fail. So you end up, in my opinion, doing an awful lot of saving of miners anyway. So I wouldn't overly worry about saving the miners. And then if you just clean up your trash as you go through the quest for dungeon alert purposes, you'll end up getting these turncoats anyway. Alright, there's a trap right up here. Like swoosh swoosh blades, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's in the next little cubby. Nope, it was back there. If it was there. Looks like it wasn't going to be there this time. And we're just trying to keep the ogres from sending the miners after us. I'm just gonna walk through the quest real nice and easy. Hand up, it's sticky.
The ogre mage growls and commands his slaves to defend him, or Stranker's slaves spit on his corpse.
Pretty chill. Try to stay far enough back that these guys don't activate, and you're in good shape. Now, there's going to be places where those guys do activate, and it is going to be an inconvenience to not kill them. So, if you can't get the ogre brutes and the things that control them, you just have to be brutal and knock out a couple of the miners. But if you're careful, you can generally get through without taking out too many miners. Now, let's have another little conversation here when it comes to certain named gear. So one of the things that I used to do for money in the Wayback Machine is I would come in here and I would fall down. Pretty much down to the bottom. Not literally the bottom, but very near the bottom. And at very near the bottom, technically what would be the infight, there is a ring. That Ring of the Ancestors, I think is what it's called, and it's a raised dead clicky at level 9 for lawful good characters. Seems correct to me. So oftentimes you end up with a really interesting item that you used to be able to sell for lots and lots and lots. Alright, so what I did there was I quote-unquote disabled this trap. The long-term solution is to just kill this guy. But I think that'll hold him long enough that I can get pretty far past him, I think. If not, we'll put him down.
Mage's eyes brim with intelligence and malice.
Oh, good. He teleported out. Just what we wanted. So if this guy teleports away, you have a couple of options. In fact, what we're going to do here is we're just going to put our hireling down. No, it was too big of an intersection. You can put your hireling down at some intersections and have him act kind of like as a makeshift wall. We'll just dance around. That is the guy from the trap earlier, the gong earlier. He shouldn't follow us that far. We should be fine. Oh, good. It's definitely ready to jump down this hole. And as long as the shirts are blue, you don't have to worry about it. However, the seconds the shirts are white, you want to be careful and make sure that you are, in fact, sure you want to shoot a white shirt. Another ancient, way back in the day, interesting item is comes from this quest as well. It comes from this chest right here. And it's I'm trying to remember what it's called actually. It's a little suit of armor that comes out of this chest. It's like a leather armor. And it's one of the few Sonic guard, at least at the time. In fact, one of the few guard armors in the game at the time. So you could craft guards on lots of other things, or find guards on lots of other things at the time. But if you wanted guards on your armor, didn't have a ton of choices in the matter. So you ended up wearing that leather armor for a really long time. And I can't tell you what the name of it is off the top of my head, but it comes from that chest. Alright, that guy's gonna be a pain. try to charm it. Oh, it's immune to charming. Is it immune to that effect as well? It is. Yeah, we're just gonna have to shoot this one, unfortunately. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Boink. Apparently, the trap at the beginning wasn't there, and another trap that I'm not used to being there has decided to spawn. Right, Mind Flayer number 2. They are the overlords.
Kill the surface dwellers.
So the last overlord is guarding the key. And then, yeah. Or not the key, sorry. The ring. The named ring that I was talking about before is the last Mind Flayer. As long as before you go down a level, you make sure that you've explored the entirety of the level that you're on, you'll be in good shape. Perfect. Here's a really good shot. So, right at this level, right here on that bridge, is where you want to be to get the that Ring of the Ancestors fight. So if you were like just farming up this key, you would rush in, do that first little fight, open that door, come down, fall down this big hole, jump down there to that level, and clear the what would normally be the end fight. Loot that chest, not get it because it's got a super low drop rate, and then recall out, reset, and do it again. It's not like the teleport mask where you have to run through the entire quest before you have a chance to get it. Which is why a lot of people like myself ran this quest for the opportunity to loot that. Alright. Now, they fixed this. They did something, so both beholders now spawn. So stun it and shoot it to death. The other one is way down this hallway. Good to go. We can rebuff now. That was the only two beholders. For years and years and years and years and years, the second beholder never spawned. Farmed myself 3 of the teleport masks accidentally while hunting a staff of the seer. That's pretty fortuitous. It probably didn't seem that way at the time, but that is pretty good. I think I only have like 2 of the teleport masks myself. I've seen people pull them pretty like semi-frequently. Why are we not shooting this guy? But every once in a while I just like am I not holding the right button to attack or something, but it is. So then you like readjust your mouse. Like, give it a little slam or something. My mouse may be on its last leg. I don't know. I've been having a scroll wheel issue for a long time.
ogre boss snarls, intent on cleaving you into pieces.
So what I try to do is I try to save like my last final burst damage to kill these ogre magi's instead of letting them teleport away. But it doesn't always work, unfortunately.
Osuzaki's slaves whoop and screech as the slave driver falls dead.
2 Detour scrolls. Nice. Nice. That should be our second Ogre Magi. Why did it not proc? Let's walk down that room. Just to make sure that their slaves, like, got freed. Yeah, the slave's definitely free. Huh. Was there 4? I'm starting to worry that I missed an Ogre Magi now. I don't think so. Is there someplace else those masks show up? Only in Bring Me the Head of Golfon is the teleport mask. The mask of the Royal Guard? Royal Guard mask? Royal Guard mask. Alright, so here's another quote-unquote trap to disarm. I'm just going to maneuver through it with Sonic Protection on. I don't want to have the guy follow me.
The ogre mage laughs as you approach him.
Alright, there must be 4 ogre mages then.
The slaves of Boss Urfal curse his name as the slave driver is
Alright,
defeated.
there's a ogre and a collectible in... Oh, there's a collectible in this room. Must be a collectible in this room. There it is. Oh, we have 11 more turncoats to kill and 2 more of the big bosses. The one Mind Flayer we've already talked about, and then there's 1 more Ogre Magi at the bottom. So really right now we're just kind of working our way down to the bottom, picking up turncoats. Okay, so this is the last Ogre Magi. This particular fight can be a little bit of a pain because, especially if you leave that guy back there active, you just don't have any place to go. Kind of like now. So we shot another white cloak. Wow, got close again. We've had closer, but that was pretty close. Let's tell you to stand still. Oh, he doesn't want to stand still. Well, what a jerk.
The slave driver weighs a haunch of meat in his slave. Boss Gullo's slaves beat their chest in defiance as the slave driver is defeated.
There we go. Alright. Refresh our Sonic. Dance through the totally disarmable trap. And then we're gonna head across to that bridge. As we talked about before, the final countdown bridge, essentially. The last group of turncoats are probably one of the rooms at the beginning of the quest that I didn't do.
You hear an evil voice echoing in your thoughts. Now the beast is deeper.
Alright, let's see if we get lucky, right? So we pull the sweet named item. Nope. Back here, you'll notice this glittering cache. If you click it, you'll get a symbol or an icon. That's a better word for it, icon. Each quest has an icon. If you have both icons and you go to the right spot in the Explorer Zone, you get a special rare encounter. Allegedly, you can also give the icons to certain guys and they'll open the doors for you, but I don't know how well that really works. Okay, so now that we've done the quest, what do? Right? So we're going to turn right again. And we're going to find another wild man. We'll be right here. And we're going to talk to this guy, and he's going to take us boop, back to the quest giver again, and we will pick it up. And then we're going to remember to repeat the quest, because if we don't repeat the quest, we can't share it. Alright. So that's Slavers of the Shrieking Mine. Again, important tips. 1, try to get the quest shared with you so you can more easily navigate through the quest. And 2, try not to shoot the guys in white. Alright. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like buttons. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys very soon. Toodles.